Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I hope that you guys are feeling well, doing well, finding yourself medium well. Sorry,
Please clap.
you'll understand in a second. Thank you so much for being here. Today we're listening to the band Jadis. We're going to be listening to this track, In the Dark. This is coming off of the album Medium Rare, hence the joke I said, which was released in 2001. We are checking out this track because it was suggested. This was sponsored by Michael Gray. Michael, thank you so much for the suggestion. Thank you so much for the support as well. I truly appreciate that. I've never heard of the band, but looking at least at the album cover, if I had to guess, I'm thinking like progressive jazz or something in there. I'm thinking actually Canterbury, like something in that scene. The album cover, like I don't know what I'm looking at, but it looks kind of progressive, a little jazzy for some reason. I don't know. But there is one way to find out. And so find out we shall. I'm going to be playing the track off of Bandcamp as it wasn't, from what I could find, at least on Spotify. So let me go ahead and pull it up. We'll discuss it a little bit after. Here we go.
Fresh cool spring drips onto my face. Worlds apart behind this cold grey border. A distant scream sets my heart to race.
Made hi-hat work. I mean, riding. The bass tone as well.
So they will.
Hey.
Stay here, stay there. So they will. I'll keep running. If I fall, it will be forever. Playing with your life, it's all the same to them. I keep running. Never thought it would be forever. Playing with your life, it's all the same to them.
Sounds pretty good to me.
I'll keep running. If I fall, it will be forever. Playing with your life, it's all the same.
God, that was a quick like sprint of some good sounds. I liked everything about that. I need names. I want names of people in the band here. You see, I like when there's a personnel list down here or something, but I don't have that here. In the Dark, maybe it's gonna be here. Nothing here as well, and no lyrics at least here. Okay, well I have the lyrics up here. That's not a problem. Let me quickly do a search and see if I can find out who's in the band, because I want to use names as I'm speaking. I want to do this my way. Jadis, medium rare. Okay, maybe Prog Archives. Perfect. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, let's use names as we talk about this. And I see that there's 2 basses on the album as well. I don't know if there's 2 basses particularly in this song, but there's 2 in the album. This is a fun, fireworky, ecstatic, progressive sprint of a track. And I love how it starts out blazing out the gates. The drums, fast drums. That's going to be Steve Christie on here. And I love how it has this great sense of speed, but precision and groove as well. Excellent work on not only the hi-hat, but also the ride in that one section there as we're kind of opening and expanding up a little bit. Just throughout. Maintaining a fiery foot, but never going into like a heavier direction. Just keeping it very light. Lead singer, that's going to be Gary Chandler on vocals and guitar. I really like his voice. It's incredibly smooth, but you can hear how like sometimes progressive rock singers, to be specific, have a certain tone that they sing in. And Chandler does sing in that particular way that's like, it can be epic for lack of a better word. There's a singing out, but there's a lot of feeling in between. And I think that he does a great job with his range in this particular track. I can't speak for anything else. This is the only track I've heard from the band. But he sounds really, really good in that his voice sounds like cream. And I know that probably sounds weird, but there's a creaminess to his voice that just flows out, and it's not like abrasive, it's not rough, it's just very smooth, but it gets the point across in a straightforward narrative kind of way. It sounds really good in this track, and he keeps up with the stampede that's happening around him and kind of cools things off a little bit. You can feel the steam rising off of him. You have 2 keyboardists here, Mike Torr and Martin Orford on the keys. And I love the solo that we get in the middle alongside of the guitar as well, because those specific sounds from the keyboards sound really cool. The way that it plays are, I don't quote me, I think those are arpeggios, but it kind of reminds me of like Brutus solo from Octavarium, and not exactly in that same sound, but I would say on a sliver of a sphere, in that it has that speed, it has that melodic aspect to it as well, that is really, really nicely brought in. This is just like a fantastic track from front to back. And then the bass, you have John Jowett and Steve Hunt. Like I said, could they both be on the track? Could be, because it's very bass heavy. This is a very bass forward kind of song. Or it could just be one of them performing. Regardless, whoever's on here, whether it's both or none, the bass, especially that lead off, is thick. It's funky. It's just hot, and like I said, you start this track off with a bang. They put the revolver in the air, and the horses are out the gate. And I think that is sensational. I love the groove of this track too. I'm gonna play it again just so you don't get scared if it's a little loud. Get the opening hits out the way. I'm gonna skip ahead. Listen to that. That's a really fantastic track. I'm gonna add that to my. I can't because it's not on Spotify. I want to listen to. I want to listen to it again. To be honest, I found them. They are on Spotify. Could I not find this on here? Hold on. Maybe this album isn't on Spotify. Okay, they're on Spotify. This particular album was on Spotify. That's why. Okay, I see. I got you. I want to listen to that song again. I want to add that to a list. But all my lists are on Spotify. Let's look at the lyrics here. Where there's dark and where there's water, a fresh, cool spring drips onto my face. I'm worlds apart behind this cold gray border. A distant scream sets my heart to race. So they will, stay here. I'll keep running. If I fall, it will be forever. Running with your life, it's all the same to them. I'll keep running, never thought it would be forever. Playing with your life, it's all the same to them. I feel like this is this is how I read this. There's some sort of war, some sort of conflict. There's some sort of powers that be in conflict with one another, and he is in the middle. Whether he is soldier, whether he is civilian, he's stuck there in the middle. He says, I'll keep running. If I fall, it'd be forever. Of course, that's his life. Playing with your life, that's them playing with his life. Perhaps he's a soldier, right? He's a chess piece on the board, so to speak. It's all the same to them. So they will stay here. Maybe. And then on Worlds Apart, behind this cold gray border, that's what I'm also thinking. Maybe some sort of conflict of sorts like that. I think. I could, of course, be wrong. But I think this was a really great track, though. Not too much info on the album. I wish there was a little bit more here, but I really like this a lot. Of course, I'll link this in the description down below, but I really like this a lot. Great choice. Really great choice. Michael, thank you so much for the request. Thank you so much for the support as well. Let me know what you guys thought, of course, in the comments down below. Like I said, I will absolutely put their Bandcamp down below somewhere so that you can check them out for yourself. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Come back tomorrow, and I'll see you all then. Bye, guys. That was fully cooked. Even though I guess if I'm having steak, like medium rare is probably the preferred temperature.